Chaos here, and this isn't going to be a very long stream, honestly. It's just going to be a origin and story behind why this channel exists and a lot more other stuff about it. So, where shall I begin? So when I was 14, that was the age I figured out what the internet was and what YouTube was. Welcome to the stream, Itachi. But yeah, when I was 14, I figured out what the internet was and what YouTube was, what anything related to the internet was at that age. I've told people this before and they found that surprising. The way I found it out is because a guy knew back in school. We're gonna call him David. Let's just say, back in school when I was the age of 14, I had long hair and the facial features of a very famous YouTuber who wasn't really too known and big at the time back in the day, by the name of PewDiePie. David pulled me aside and said, "Dude, you look exactly like PewDiePie." I didn't know who he was at that time, so I tell him, "Who's PewDiePie?" His eyes widen. He tells me a YouTuber on YouTube. I tell him I don't know what that is. He then asked me, do I know what the internet is? I told him no. His mouth drops along with his widened eyes. And let's just say, he grabs me by my shoulders, told me that following day to go home after school, asked my parents to put me on the internet and turn on YouTube. So I do so. I asked my mother, if I recall, to put me on YouTube on the internet. She does so. I found the search bar after I don't know how long, because I didn't know what it was, and searched up PewDiePie. The first video I ever watched of his was a old kind of modded Amnesia video of his, and let's just say it made me smile, laugh, have a good time, and I forgot about my bad days. Because back when I was in school, I was bullied on a every single day basis. But watching his videos brought some light into my day. More people started being mentioned to me on YouTube. Like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Vanoss Gaming, and all those great YouTubers. They put a real large smile on my face. I was laughing all the time. And from that point, I told myself, I want to do the same thing. I want to help others laugh, smile, and have a good time, and forget about their bad days. So I created a YouTube channel. The original name of this channel used to be Chaos 1998 Full. KAOS 1998 Full. It's not a separate channel. This is actually still the same channel. I just changed the username. I started by doing stop motion pixel art animation battles. And I would spend days on end making the slides and adding sound effects, special effects, all kinds of crazy stuff. I really enjoyed every last second of it. At some point in my life, I got honestly tired of making those shorts, battles and whatnot. I moved on to gaming. Did a ton of gaming on Black Ops 2. Video quality wasn't the best, but I would record them and just have a lot of fun, get a lot of good clips, funny moments, and all kinds of crazy stuff. At some point, well, those weren't really my first actual gaming videos. My first ever gaming video was a Black Ops 3 kind of 1 hour clip, if I remember. but it was still with a old camera, because back on PS3 there was no built-in recording software like the PS4 has. So yeah, but to put furthermore on it, at one point on my birthday, my parents got me a PS4 for my birthday, which was Christmas. And I started playing all kinds of other games. The first games I got on there, well, first actual game I ever got on a PS4 was Black Ops 3. Along with, I want to say, Uncharted 4. It felt real different, and I didn't know at the time how to record clips off the PS4. But as time went on, I learned more and more about it. It became easier. I was having a lot of fun. The community with gaming years back was super enthusiastic. People always wanted to have fun. Not a lot of people wanting to try or anything. It was all about the fun. Nothing else. Then at some point, I started gaming so much, I was like, I want to make some funny moments, montages, and all kinds of other fun stuff for people to enjoy. And I believe the first edited video I made on the PS4 was either a Black Ops 3 montage or having a friend of mine do a parkour map I made on Minecraft, which was actually pretty entertaining to say nonetheless. I didn't have any good editing softwares at the time. Later on, I got better editing software, but ended up having a lot of difficulty with them, so had to uninstall them because apparently they gave viruses on my laptop. Happened a few times over and over, but I know one day I'll figure out how to get that all fixed up. I started YouTube basically almost 8 years ago. Have I had thoughts of quitting? Yes, I have had many thoughts of quitting YouTube. But I refuse to give up because I believe I can make a difference in other people's lives and putting a positive impact in brightening up their days. Further back within the story, I want to say after 2 or 3 years of being on YouTube, some people have told me you could earn a profit somehow. I didn't care for that in the slightest. For me, my whole life, money is just a concept that brings temporary happiness. It's never permanent. I see these YouTubers, like, on YouTube all the time, that have these stupidly expensive luxurious items. And I always think to myself, why do you need that? There's no benefit to it. There's no nothing. For me to be happy is to make others happy. I think I'm lagging. But yeah, for me to be happy, I want to make others happy. My family, my best friends, anyone that knows me knows that I've always put others before myself. It's one of my greatest strengths, but yet one of my greatest weaknesses. Because people always say you gotta focus on yourself if something's wrong. But I can honestly say I've never been able to truly focus on myself. I forgot I put that sign there. Some people have lived from that fall before. But yeah. If I were to make any kind of profit or anything, I would donate to a ton of charities, particularly cancer. I would donate to autism awareness, because a little fact about me, I'm actually autistic. It's hard to tell when you meet me or hear me, but it's there. Most people like me wouldn't really admit to that, but I admit to it because I don't want people to get confused on how I portray things that they say in my own mindset. And along with if I were to earn anything, I would help my family pay off the house that we are living in, along with the 2 vehicles that they have to pay off as well. I've been asked as well, what will you give for yourself? People usually would ask me that in a kind of upset, aggravated tone. All I need in my life is really just a house I live in now, basically a mobile home that's anchored, and a van. And I say van because it will hold a good amount of groceries and it will help hold a family. That's all I would do. I do YouTube because I just want to help others laugh, smile, and have a good time, and forget about their bad days. I don't want people to go through like tough times like I've been through and what others been through. And I just want to help the economy in a way where positivity can be spread, so that joy can be more common. I know I've told tons of people that before, the whole story and origin and whatnot, and tons of them never believed me, because in today's society no one really believes what's real or fake anymore. It's really sad. People need to know what's real and what's fake. My goal has been that always, ever since I started. Since almost 8 years ago, where I started from, to now. And I have no plans of changing my goals. Nothing will change my goals. Nothing will ever make me stray from that kind of path. But, yeah. Nothing will ever change that about me. Like, a little example of how I care for others more than I do for myself, and how I make sure I put others before myself. Back in school, when I was in school, I was really depressed, really quiet, and the only friends I had was like maybe a group of 4 to 5 people. And if any of them were upset, depressed, having a rough time or anything, I would always make sure that I would cheer them up and help them in any way possible. People honestly always thought that I was okay back then. In my opinion, no one's ever really okay. And we need more positive people in the world to help raise the spirits of others. And I want to help start that. I want to help build a community where we can all help each other. I know it may sound silly in a long stretch, but I believe it's accomplishable. If you put your heart and mind to it, you can accomplish it. That's what I believe. To those who see this, I hope I've touched your heart in some way. And that maybe I can be a good influence on you, others, and more to come. If anything's ever wrong, I'll be here and I'll do the absolute best I can to raise your spirits through laughter, communication in streams, entertainment, and so much more. I have big plans for this channel and big plans for life overall. This has been my origin. This has been my story and how this channel came to be, how CrimsonKaos came to be. Hope you all enjoyed.